Hey everybody, this is Fancy. We're in the game Ant Legion. Now it looks like somebody here is starting Nest Defense, which is an event um, that is also known as Circles. So we actually remember the difference between Predator Invasion, which is actually has to do with your nest, so they can be a little confusing. But predator invasion is actually what is also known as spiders. So spiders attack your nest in predator invasion, and in nest defense, these predators come up in these little yellow circles here, and so that's why we call this one yellow circles. So there isn't any confusion, or very little, or less anyway. So it looks like somebody is running them here. I'm not sure what alliance it is, but it's easier for me to talk when it is another alliance doing it rather than when I'm doing it myself because I am caught in the moment and I'm trying to remember a bunch of things at once, and my brain just doesn't work that way with my mouth. So I'm hoping that they are coming out here, but even if they're not, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about it. What it'll be is, oh, I just need to check the time. Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to check the time because our resources come out at 47 after, and it was just time for them to come out. I noticed a bunch of lines in the screen here, and I'm like, oh, something's happening, and I was like, oh, I have to get them out so I can go get my sevens out here. Okay, so let's get back to our circles. So what's going to happen in these circles? Well, let me start with this. Okay, so first of all, somebody that is in your R4s is going to start the event. And what we do is we would put whoever is starting it out in the mud here. And while they're in the mud, these circles and they start the event, the circles are going to come out. Now, the reason that they move out here rather than in our alliance itself is so you can see the circles. Otherwise, they're going to be here, there, random, and you're going to have a harder time finding them. Whereas if they're out here, you can see them a whole lot better um, rather than being around all that other stuff. So, and then all these predators, and they're going to look a lot like these other predators, like this longhorn. They're going to look like that. And there's going to be where it says longhorn in red. And then they make all the predators in red too. So sometimes it's hard, there they are, to tell the difference between them and another, just a regular predator. Um, they did add this little number next to them now, so you can see how many there are. That would be number 10 there. And then, as you see, they send out, the Alliance would send out their troops to go attack them. Now they get harder as you go. Level 1 is pretty easy, blah, blah, blah. And then one of these circles is going to be a boss. It's the one that nobody is in. So it's probably going to be this one. And as soon as all the predators are killed, then that big boss is going to come out in that one. And then one person is going to, it should be already be out, so maybe it isn't that one. I'm trying to find it here. Um, or they're missing one because it doesn't come out. Okay, it must be, oh, there it is. It's way over here. See, theirs got spread out really crazy. They're way out over here. Sometimes they do that depending on what's out in the mud, but usually they're more in of a conglomerate grouping there. But so there's the big boss. Usually one person will send theirs to do it in the beginning, up to approximately, depending on how the strength of the person going for the boss. It should be your person with at least your top three that have highest CP. And then they would kill the boss, and about, depending again, usually we can do a level 8, up to a level 8, but yours may be a 7. We were a 7 until we got a little stronger. Um, so it really depends on who is attacking your boss, but usually around level 7 or level 8. So now their boss is out. So as soon as those is when you're going to need help, and that's when they're going to start sending. Everybody should be starting to attack the boss, but you don't want to have them send all of theirs to the boss, because as soon as the boss is killed, these predators are going to come right back out. So they need to retain some of their marches for those predators. At 8, even 9, they could probably get away with just sending one. And whoever is in charge of the boss with the higher CP can send out all of theirs to that boss. You just send one from your other players. That way they have their other marches retained, because you see, as soon as that boss is killed, or even before it's off the screen, these predators are going to come back out. And it's again, and it works just the opposite. Now you see how these are going after the fact, where they could be attacking those predators right there that are already out. Um, Now they might think that it needs to be gone after more than once. I don't know. They shouldn't be on very high of a level yet. But as you see, some are going to them, but they're already killed. So like I said, usually only the one person would go after the boss until, or one player, until a higher level, so that they can retain theirs, and get them to get these predators that are coming out immediately. And then, like I said, as soon as these are gone, not even gone, but when they're hit the last time and they haven't even disappeared from the screen yet, you'll see this boss is going to be out. So that's why there's one person that would be ready to pounce on that boss, and the rest should be ready to pounce on those predators. And oh, there's other ones over here, so they're going after those. Now, some people call what area they're going to take, because you see nobody got this one. Whoops, where'd it go? Oh, those are gone. Now, see, this one is a regular giant beetle. Now, this is how you'll know if you accidentally click on it. It's going to show you 3 times. You know that's a regular predator. It's not going to say attack. Yeah, it's not going to. Let me show you that one. But it'll just say attack. It won't give you them options like it would a regular predator. Um, so now they're on their boss again. When it gets to be, like I said, 7, 8, 9, 10, they really get hard, the higher you go. Now, we've only gotten to a level 11 with our group so far. Of course, the more players you have, the more hits you can get in. And it depends also on the strength of the players and so forth. Now, your weaker players are going to need help. They're not going to be able to get them, especially usually around level 6s or so, depending on, again, what their level is. So you would need to watch the ones they're going after, so you could send in a secondary troop to help them out. And let's see what else. Attack boosts do help, so I do that. We also scout a vacant building beforehand, not one with an association or an alliance, rather, but just one that does not have any alliance, and we scout it to get some your boost, which would show on here. Your war zeal will start then, and that gives you um, it tells you here that it gives you a boost for a 5%. There it is, army attack boost. And then on top of that, you could use a 25% or 10%, whatever, on top of this as well. So that gives you some extra little oomph there. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you about this? Now you can call what area you're going to want to go to. You put your coordinates, you would put it like near it and then hit like where it says coordinates there. You click on that and it'll show up then in your alliance chat, so they know you're going to be in that general area. Now, I do the boss, so I don't know normally. Sometimes if somebody else is on that has high CP, I have them do it because there are some extra points involved with doing the boss. Not necessarily. I do have a member that has much higher CP than myself or any of the rest of us, and they can get higher points than me without doing the boss until without doing the boss until later when it's time that we need to have extra help with the boss. But so it's not, like impossible to get points without hitting it, but definitely when you get the chance to, you want to go after it too and get a couple hits in. Whoever hits the predator first will get points. You'll see, not sure if it'll show me since it's not my alliance, but usually there's something on top of the screen that'll say that you got so many points. If it's you yourself, it'll show how many points you got and that your hit was good or something like that. You'll see it at the top. Now there's that boss again. Now eventually you're going to see it's going to take a lot more hits. So you're having more and more people going after it. And then if you so that's really the gist of it. You're trying to get the main things getting that boss killed and being right on those predators as soon as they come out for everybody else. So, like, however your alliance sets it up, they'll let you know where they want you to go or how they do it. Um, One of the main things I always do is I scan it to make sure somebody is going after something, and if not, I will go after it myself. Um, because every second counts in this game. And I mean, you have to be right on it or it can screw up everything. I mean, I'm waiting for the boss and it's not coming, and I know it should be coming and it's not coming. So, you know that there's still a predator out there that has not been hit. So, it really should be up to everybody else to scan. Like, see, here's one right here. Somebody missed. It's going to take more than one hit. So, whoever went after that one first was not strong enough to do it on their own. So somebody else, a teammate, should make note of that and know that they should back them up every time from now on. Because now it is getting too difficult for their troops to handle it. The other thing I wanted to mention is that all of these are set at the same speed. So it does not matter if you have some kind of boost for speed that somebody else does not have. They're all going to get there at the same time. You see how that one looked like it was closer, but this other one came up from behind? That's because they hit their go first. Whoever hits it first is going to get there first. It don't matter if you're right on top of that circle, it'll get there at the same time as one that is 500 yards away. It does not matter. They're all fixed speeds. It's just a matter of you hitting it as fast as you can to attack. A good idea is to already have your troops all formatted before you come in here. Have your attack boost on. Defense does not matter in this one. And then always, if you look at the event itself, now we've already done ours, so it's here. These are the rewards that you get. And if you look here in your intro, it's always going to tell you okay, a leader, recruiter, or diplomat started, and then they have to be a certain level. And it just explains how it is. It takes 25 minutes to do this event. It has to be done within 24 hours when it comes up. So I like to look in the future events and kind of plan for that. And I let our diplomat know, and our warlord will know, and they can work to make a time schedule and post it for everybody else. That's the way it's normally done. And then this does not cause real casualties. And their march time is fixed at 30 both ways, 30 seconds. up there, 30 seconds back. Now, some things that our alliance members do, um, which gets them more points, is they will move their nest as soon as they're done with their hits, which calls back all of their troops immediately. So you don't have that 30-second wait, and they're ready to send them out quicker than anybody else can, with their troops still out. So that's, you would need global reload, or not global. Oh boy, I hope not. You don't want to go through that again. Those are very expensive. But these are expensive enough. The direct relocates, to move your nest, or I guess you could do random relocate too. So you could do random relocate, which there are more of and they aren't as expensive, but you would have to use a relocate to do that. Um, and then let's see where they're at here. Okay, it looks like they're still having trouble with that same one there. So they need to keep an eye on that one because that's the one causing all their holdups here. I know I'm being a coach from the sidelines for another alliance, but it's easier said than done when you're actually in it to do that. But by doing this, even if you do it with your own alliance, um, if you could tape it and go back to it and go, this is where our weaknesses are, this is where we need to increase our strengths, um, then you could really make a difference with your plays, and everybody could know then, like now, they should be on that. Somebody should already know that these need to be gone to. Now, you see, somebody's going to that one now. Somebody's going to that one, but nobody's getting this one yet. And this is where people that are not going to the boss, if you have enough people in your alliance, should be already on those predators. Like I said, every second counts because these bosses, if you click, again, it's not going to show me, but if you click on them as you're playing, it will show you a line, and it's their hit point line, and you can see how much is left on that predator to kill. So you know how many times, depending again on the CP, how fast it's going to go down. Now, if you're a stronger player, it should go down a significant amount, but they're really tough. So you might have to send 5 troops. Somebody else is sending 5 troops at it. But again, as soon as that boss is ready, you need to be ready for that as well. So if you switch off, however your alliance sets it up, or your warlord, or whoever does your events, could maybe have half going towards the boss and half at the predators, because they both take a lot, and you need to be ready the second that they come out to really move up in the higher levels. So, um, so that's something to think about. And then also, I just wanted to show you the rewards, and that's pretty much the gist of it. It's timed, so you need to really be on the ball, um, and know where they're at. Study the board before they even come out, so you know where to go. And let's see here. Here's the events. Now, depending on the synergy of events, so you want to know what is going on at the same time. Now, I've already opened my genes because today was gene upgrade material for breakout events. So I got them out of here. Now I'm saving up my evens. Evens have honors, and right now there is a breakout for honors. But honors, we just did you get this twice during the week. You get it once, and then I think it waits a day, and then you get it again during non-ASANT week. Um, and honor and diligence was just the other day. And so the other day I opened all my evens because they contain honors and diligence. This one is genes. So anytime there's an upgrade one for genes, you would open them. If it's for honors, then you would open your even ones. And these are good up until you play the game again. So you could leave it up until next week now, because it says here this will be refreshed once another event is opened. So we had to use up our ones that we did from our first run earlier in the week before, or you would lose them. So make sure that you know that when it's going to be coming again, so you can use them up before the next event is run for the second time that week. And that about sums it up. I mean, if you have any more questions, or if you guys, now see, they moved their nest there, but it doesn't, I don't know if they did it on purpose or if it was random. You know, like I was saying, sometimes they move them after every hit so that there's automatically come back without waiting that 30 seconds. They may have done that, but by being there does not get them there any quicker. If you watch, this blue one's probably going to hit it before them than if you were way back. So there you go. So that's how that goes. And if you have any questions, like I was saying, go ahead and put them in the comments there. If you have a way of doing it that I don't know about, or if you have suggestions for other players, I would love to see them, and I'm sure everybody else would as well. We're always looking to learn. And again, I thank you for watching. Please follow me for more videos. I'm trying to get them out um, as every chance I get. Sometimes I get caught up and my plans don't go the way I planned, but I do have one for Stump coming up. I have it already. I just have to edit it a tad. Like I said, when I'm in the middle of doing it, I can get a little, forget I'm doing a video and kind of get carried away. So I have to edit that, yeah. But I have that coming up. We have Conquest this weekend, so I'll try to get one again on that. And I'm going to be doing some with some guests players, I guess you could say, and see how they do things. Um, Different things like that. Some that I had questions on and got answers for. And if you have any ideas that you would like to see, please let me know that as well. I'm always happy to entertain ideas. And I'm always looking for more. There's so much about this game I know that needs to be talked about, and I need to learn myself and share what I do know. I'd love to do that for you. And I'm going to be doing some more for some newer players too. I know we have some newer players here. And also we have some more experienced players, and I've learned some new things. I want to explain things on that and different things like that. So we got a lot more going on. So please, if you will follow me, I would really appreciate it. And I'd like to keep you in the know-how. Talk to you guys later. As always, you are appreciated. Bye-bye.